notice how each note has its own separation, its own subtle muting? Well, I wanted to talk today about the harmonic minor scale and how if you continue to practice, you will see these improvements, because at the end I'm going to tell you exactly what a scale is, and that might sound like a very simple question, but the idea is to incorporate scales into your practice. Now, some scales, just reading the name of them, the harmonic minor scale, it can be intimidating. This is how to play it on the acoustic guitar. And it's possible this is brand new to you, but this scale has appeared in popular shows, films, and we're going to look at the right hand and the left hand. I'm going to explain the picking. And I'm going to show you how to improve your speed, while this hand here that we're looking at now adjusts to something that may be brand new. I'm going to tell you exactly where to put your fingers and what the problem areas may be with this, because they have to do with these two fingers here at the end. So let's see. Starting out playing me, and we're in an extreme close-up here. So the picking, and we're going to show that better, but starting out with the open G string. Okay? And it's very important to use the fingers I tell you. Middle finger goes down, 2nd fret, G string. You kind of let off to let some muting happen. Ring finger goes down, 3rd fret of the G string. Now let's talk about our B string. Notice at that point the thumb drops, goes to the back of the neck. Now it's our 1st finger here, 2nd string, 1st fret. Push down a little harder. Ring finger, 3rd fret, 2nd string still. Pinky now, as I told you, you're getting to the problem areas. 4th fret. Here now you can see my middle pressing down 2nd fret, thinnest string. And then ring, thinnest string, 3rd fret. So in order to go back, you have to immediately, thumb is on the back of the neck, put the pinky down. Make sure you're on the right string there. Make sure you're on the right string here for the G. Then this G string open. And at the end of the video, by the way, I'm going to include just how to make this scale appear in any key. And I was going to give you a hint on that, but it's about time you had some attention span. Now, by the way, I don't check YouTube analytics. However, with all this being said, right, you can get this down fast. This shouldn't take you very long. Because with these videos, what I'm going to show you is how to become a more advanced musician, right? So I can give you a slow explanation of the notes and the fingering and so on. But pay attention to the fact that this is your G harmonic minor scale. Now, if you want me to give you a little clue as to what I was going to say at the end, what is a scale, etc., what is it? Scale is notes that are going to show up and appear in a series. They're going to be grouped together, 2 hands, grouped together in a way that's a particular format. And to be frank with you, this is one of the nicest sounding scales that you may ever learn how to play in your whole career of playing this instrument. As I said, it does appear in shows, films, even if you haven't heard it before yourself. Harmonic minor scale, you want to continue to practice, right? So, it only makes sense we look over here, as I always promise. That's not too bad. You can see the thinnest string, can't you? Well, that's without me adjusting anything for the other hand. So here's our open G string. Make sure you're playing with the ultimate picking. So that would mean when the middle finger goes down, 2nd fret, 3rd string, that would be an up. When the ring goes down on the 3rd fret, it would be a down. Then you have an up here on the thinnest, B string. And as I just wrote out the description before recording this is the Martin 018 acoustic guitar. So in order to give you basically a slow explanation, right? It's the open G string. 2nd fret, 3rd string. Playing that with the middle finger now. Downstroke on the 3rd fret, 3rd string, playing that with the ring. Upstroke on the B string, playing the 1st fret with the 1st finger. And with the thumb on the back of the neck, the ring finger goes down on the 3rd fret, B string. Pinky goes down on the B string, 4th fret. Middle finger goes down, 2nd fret, thinnest string. And ring finger goes down, 3rd fret, thinnest string. At that point, my fingers are at a slight angle. So you heard one of the problem areas. It was the 1st finger, and then anything really to do with the ring and the pinky, or where you may run into problems, say your guitar has a high action or anything like this. But as I said, the idea is to incorporate scales into your practice. And I wrote acoustic guitar in the title, but that's really just, sometimes I pick the titles based on what appears in the search, the YouTube search. Maybe this isn't brand new to you. Maybe you're familiar with this. But I showed you the right hand. It's very important to do the alternate picking. Why? Because this improves your speed. Improves the speed. I told you exactly where to put your fingers, what the problems may be, how to make the scale appear in any key. Did I speak about that? Well, what I'll tell you, kind of like just about everything in music, here it is, based upon a major scale. So beyond that, you're going to have to use your mind. As I said, with all this being said, you can get this down quickly. What I'm trying to do with these videos is overall make you a more advanced musician. So today I tried to give you a very slow explanation of the notes, where exactly to put your fingers, but keep in mind this is your G harmonic minor scale. And what the heck is a scale in music? Scale is notes. They appear in a series, right? they're grouped together, they're put together in a particular format. And this one in particular that we worked out today, it's got to be one of the nicest sounding ones you're going to learn. So I think it was very important to make this video. Like I said, the idea is to incorporate scales into your practice, but this is a video I wanted to make with no editing, by the way. I'm thinking about doing a live video soon with some stories about if I were to start YouTube over again. What have I learned? What were my tips? Because I've learned a lot. So I may do that. But this is a video I wanted to make with no editing, by the way. Just turned on the camera and put it on. So I thought that'd be a cool idea. Sometimes I like to do that. When it's a real straightforward concept. You don't have to do any editing. I made a thumbnail before this, designed it. Pretty much got the title worked out, and that's how I do this. And then I made the description and just copy and paste, and I'm going to put it up. Probably go to sleep and see what happens tomorrow. And I'll be back to work the day after, and then I live for those 3 days off when I can get them to really dig into some more projects. And I've got some interesting stories to tell soon, but for today, this is the harmonic minor scale. How to play, I want to remind you, continue to practice. Don't give up on it. Because I did tell you what a scale is, but only you can put the practice time in. Notice the separation of the notes. It's a subtle muting. It doesn't even really happen with the right hand all the time. It's a lot to do with the left hand. Giving each note its own character. Notice when the thumb makes the transition from being up here to disappearing from your angle. No. Let's see when that happens. Well, it's right there. It's right at that point. Right when you have to transition to the second string, that's when the thumb droops down and is now on the back of the neck. So this is called technique. And now you're allowed to basically extend out these fingers, which I said can be the problem fingers. Your ring finger and your pinky. I gotta say, this is a very nice close-up. It seems pretty detailed. Pretty professional looking close-up for a Samsung Galaxy phone. So like I said, when the thumb droops down, now you're in a good position to practically play those skinny strings. So you need to pay attention to that little transition. It is pretty important. The idea is I'm trying to show you how to improve your speed while the fretting hand, this hand here, that I'm zoomed in on primarily, gets adjusted to something. You may have never heard of this before. You may have never played this before. But I can probably tell you it's somewhere in your memory, whether you know it or not. If you're interested in playing, if you're interested in the guitar, of course, why else would you be watching this? I've primarily been doing guitar videos. But with all this being said, get this down fast. I'm trying to show you how to become a higher level musician. I think I slowed things down pretty well. And I even told you what a scale is, you know? Now here you notice I'm at a slight angle. I kind of pivot ever so slightly, thumb comes back. Now I don't mind to adjust this a little bit, because technically we could end the video now and I would have hit on all the points I wanted to do. But here's a kind of a more clear look at all 6 strings. Martin 018 here. It's a downstroke. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Be careful here. Up, down, up, down, up, down. So the problem areas are not just your ring and pinky, but that's the main things. Also, this hand has to do with your accuracy, which picking accuracy on the guitar will improve with time. Whether you're strumming, picking individual strings, that's something that will improve with time. It's not super important that you only focus on the left. Sometimes you might like to look down. Eventually you might have a goal where you never want to look at this hand, but don't feel stressed if you're looking down at it. Making sure things are fine, it's not anything to feel self-conscious about. You might want at one point to only look at this hand here. But in the meanwhile, you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to be too upset. The idea is continue on with your practicing, right? That's really number one. All right, how long are we? 17 minutes. Longer than usual. But I think I said it all. I don't want to drag this on. I think I'll title this How to Play the Harmonic Minor Scale on the Acoustic Guitar, and also what is a scale? Oh, and for beginners. I'm going to include that little add-on for beginners. Oh, for the pick, I'm using a Fender Heavy pick. I got some old strings on here, but something about this Martin 018, it's the standard series. It's just like a solid go-to instrument when I want to do a lesson that's straightforward like this. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the subscribe button, and then I'll catch you in the next one.